New tonight, the federal government had opted to settle a case tied to this immigration raid in East Tennessee. 6 people filed a lawsuit alleging federal agents violated their civil rights during that raid. The government agreed to settle for more than $1 million. That 2018 raid did happen in Grainger County in Beaton Station at a meat packing plant there.
10 News reporter Vinay Simlot breaks down the case and the payments families can expect to receive.
In a proposed settlement agreement that's more than 100 pages long, the United States government didn't admit fault, but agreed to pay thousands of dollars in a settlement to people affected by a raid here more than 4.5 years ago.
When that happened, it was devastated.
Devastation for 100 factory workers detained only because of how they looked, a lawsuit says.
They're going through such a difficult situation.
4.5 years after the raid in Bean Station, Ola Lakeway Executive Director Betsy Hurst says families still struggle with the trauma, especially kids separated from their parents.
They struggle with that, the fears of maybe going to school and not come back home, not see their parents back.
In the settlement agreement, the United States government agreed to pay out more than $1 million to the families affected, split into 2 categories.
Clearly a positive resolution.
The first, $475,000 for 6 plaintiffs most affected by the raid. The second, $550,000 for the rest of the people detained that day.
And there will be determinations as to whether or not they were there and they were actually affected by this.
Knoxville attorney T. Scott Jones is not a part of the case, but says this settlement shows federal agents made mistakes in the raid.
They felt like they had no other choice but to settle and resolve the case because they effectively trampled on basic human rights.
Now that settlement is not finalized yet. A judge will still need to sign off on it. We expect that to happen early next year. Back to you.
We have more details about the ICE raid and the settlement online right now at WBIR.com.